Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy coming at you with our very first episode of the Wushu Chronicles 2.0 patch playthrough, where this is more or less the tutorial area, and I'm going to be running through all the changes, what's new, and all that good stuff. So, first of all, now they've changed the starting tutorial area, and you start playing as your father. And you get some skills at the start, and you get 3 internals, which are pretty dank and memey. As I've stated in my other video, where I just filmed it for a whole hour, and it's a bit too long for some people to watch, and I can totally understand that because it's a lot of information packed up in 1 hour. This series is going to break stuff up in more of an organized, sort of like streamlined pattern, so you can just follow along and it's a lot easier to like go with. This is the epic 9 Yang internal. It's absolutely broken, absolutely insane. I'll be running through what it does if I actually manage to get it in the normal game, because just getting it here doesn't matter what it does, you know, because you're only going to use it for 10 minutes and then bye-bye. In the starting area here, you can talk to all the NPCs and get more background information on how your dad's relationship with the main characters in the story plays out and all that stuff. So yeah. When you talk to Gu, you have the option to ask him what's on his mind and stuff like that, and also to completely skip the tutorial, which would be the second option. And then you can just back out with the third option, as per usual. I'm gonna get right into it and like not waste any time and stuff. So here you have the battle of Tianlu, Tianshan. And yeah, everybody's dead, and this whole area sort of acts like a tutorial. He is a tutorial NPC, he's teaching you how to equip inners and stuff, but yeah. As a seasoned veteran of this game, I'm not in much need of a tutorial. I've been testing out a lot of stuff. I've almost finished the game more or less in my own time, but I've encountered some like sort of dilemmas about like how to do certain things and when you can do certain things and all that good stuff. But we'll get to it when we get to it, you know. I don't want to spoil all the good fun right off the bat. So as you can see, there's been some changes to the action points that skills require and stuff like that, which is really nice. Dragon Palm is still OP. And here, for every fight that you complete, you generally get a new skill for it, and it's already maxed out for you, so you get a taste of like what fist moves can do. More background information on how the battle took place and all that stuff. Sort of gives you a bit of like background on some of the characters as well. And it makes certain characters seem like it puts them in a better light, I suppose. Okay. If you do want me to try and translate the story and all that stuff, let me know, because for now all I've been really focused on is translating the features, more or less, like what you can do and all that stuff, and that's already been taking up like a lot of my time. So yeah, it's a labor of love more than anything, I suppose. Yeah, we got some zither skill, just smashing people. Overall, the interface didn't change that much. This annoying targeting bug, well, targeting issue, not a bug, is like still there, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So yeah, in this episode, more or less, I'm just going to cover the first part of the tutorial, and then I'll get into the second part of the tutorial, because there's 2 stages now instead of just 1. So as always, if you're looking forward to this series and want to see more of it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to, get notified when the new episodes are coming out, and to help the videos themselves get promoted on YouTube so more people can see them. I'm also going to I will also include a link to my Discord in the description if you want to ask me like questions, or like show me where you're stuck or something, and I can help you out with that. Other than that, nothing super special. You can also ask me questions in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, but I usually answer faster on Discord. It's up to you, whichever method you prefer, or whatever. So now we're just like fighting people, all that good stuff. A heads up, some of the conversations with the NPCs have changed, the way that events happen has changed. A lot has changed, some for the good and some it's so-so. Like, I don't necessarily agree with it, but I don't think it's like breaking the game or awful or whatever. Some inners have been nerfed, some skills have been nerfed, some stuff has been buffed, etc, etc. The usual stuff. He teaches us like how to basically like fly in the air, like do a double dash, which is I found that to be pretty funny, because yeah, having played for like, I don't know, 3 years now or something, it's I find it funny. So here we're gonna fight King Long, and this is the conversation that I'm actually gonna try to translate, because I'm a big fan of King Long. He tells you, ancient leader, the deity has been waiting for you for a while. And he tells you, seeing is better than it is better to see me at the right time, I guess, is what he's trying to say, but the word by word translation is seeing is better than hearing. But that means like, I'll arrive in my own time kind of thing. I'll get there when I want to get there. And he asked him, I presume that you're King Long, the leader of the dragon sect. Oh no, he just asked him if he's King Long, leader of some sort of sect. And he just tells him, that is right. The deity, he always refers to himself as a deity, is the lord of Tianshan Qianlong sect, which is the dragon sect. He laughs, haha. I don't know why he's laughing, he's about to get his ass kicked, but whatever. He tells him that basically, like, you and I, we know everything about all the sects across the, like, the rivers and lake, which basically means the sects across the Jianghu, and what they're here for, you know. He's like already hinting that they have a hidden agenda for them being here, and it's not like to help you or whatever. He's just like suggesting that you need to sort of like watch your back kind of thing. That for years and years, the land has gone from prosperity to decline, like from being strong and courageous to like the state that it's in now, where people are just like scheming against each other. And he tells him that sooner or later the emperor will use like the martial arts, sort of like the army and all his like martial arts forces, trying to understand about what exactly. Sooner or later to, like, he would more or less unite the martial artists and the soldiers. So he's saying that because of this state of like the Jianghu, that he himself as the Dragon Lord deity, because his name is the Green Dragon in translation. One of the 4 ancient beasts, so he's like up there, like really up there. He's one of the top guys, more or less. That he will eventually unite like whoever he can under his banner, and he will take the fight to the Emperor to make the land a better place. And he's offering your father the option to come and join him and become a family with him, so they can go and conquer the world, more or less, and bring peace. Because a lot of people misunderstand, like maybe misread King Long, I guess. Well, if you can read Chinese or like whatever, that he is like this evil guy, but he's just looking to bring like a very tough military form of justice to the world. So he's very like black and white when it comes to right and wrong, which is not for like everybody, but I like him as a character. I think he's cool. He tells him, King Long, your ambition is not small, but you don't like appreciate the idea of generosity, love, and benevolence, something like that. Like his way is a bit too rough, is what he's trying to tell him. And he's also telling him that that's basically like not really an option, because he has friendships and developed like brotherhoods with the people from the Jianghu. And he says as long as the prince is still alive, the court will naturally be at peace because they have a ruler, you know? So he's kind of asking him like, why has he like turned into such a monster, more or less, is kind of like how he says it. And King Long obviously laughs at him because he thinks this is really stupid. He even tells him that like he's kind of, because he's kind of hinting at like his ways are violent and all that stuff, and he says that he's very peaceful, so it brings a big smile to the deity. That is like a big joke to him, like, why are you calling me, like trying to hint that I'm like evil out here to just destroy everything for like no reason. So he's sort of like hinting that I can answer all your concerns in half a sentence, something like this, or like he can answer it in like 2 time. I don't really know how to translate this bit properly. But he does tell him, if that is the case, then let the deity use the 9-turn dragon key, 9-turn dragon chi, which I believe is the AoE 18 dragon subduing palms attack. And like basically let me use it and teach me the like this would be the internal, the 9 yang internal, and this would be the 18 dragon subduing palm. So what he's asking him is like to teach him the inner, and then to also teach him the 18 dragon subduing palm AoE. I keep fumbling around. He says that he is often mentioned in the world, but referring to your father. But he's sort of like curious about him because he's going on this path to conquer the world, what like your dad's actually capable of. So he wants to basically spar with you now. So that's more or less like the conversation that goes on between the two of them, which I think is pretty cool. Like it gives a lot of background information on King Long and the kind of person that he really is. Some people see it as good, some people see it as bad. You know, to each his own interpretation of the kind of person he is. So now we're just gonna do this and build up some stacks. And this is how much HP you have without any actual gear equipped, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. So I'm pretty sure you can hit 50, 60k easily this time around without having to buff yourself like mad. And now I'll translate the secondary part of their conversation, and that's gonna be it for this turn of translations because it's a little bit difficult for me to do, and I'm not doing it accurately either. But I'm just doing my best to tell you what they're saying. He tells you the ancient leader skill with this 18 dragon subduing palm um, really deserves its reputation, and it's famous for obviously being amazing. And because it's so worthy and amazing, he as the deity admires it. Like he's I'm not sure if it's meant like in a jealous way or in a really respectful way, because from the feeling that I'm getting is that it's in a very respectful way. Like he's not saying that I envy you for this, but he's just like, wow, that's really cool, you know? Like when your friend does something really cool and you're like, wow, that's awesome, dude. But he's like sort of getting back, like to get back on topic, he's like the deity really wishes to solve the dangers or like the issues in the martial arts world, more or less, to resolve that crisis. He describes it as a crisis. Let the various factions of the rivers and lakes avoid the disaster of extinction, but you insist on sending them to despair. So what he's saying that like by your dad not joining him, he's sort of like dooming the martial arts world by playing in their politics and playing in their schemes and being a part of this whole vicious cycle of politics and schemes. He tells him, King Long, I don't care what your like intentions are or like but you have something, but I have something to do right now. Yeah, I don't care what your intentions are, but I have something to do right now. If we meet again, I would rather die than yeah, if we ever meet again, we will fight to the death, is what he's telling him, because of his he made it really clear what he wants to do, you know, which is basically like. And then suddenly there's a giant, like a big noise in the sky, and here there's the firework, a signal. And he sends that it's really weird. Why the hell are there like fireworks here, you know? Like, he's kind of confused by it. Because he doesn't, whenever he doesn't refer to himself as like the deity or whatever, he's clearly like, not like, he didn't plan this. So you can the betrayal has nothing to do with King Long of what happens to your dad. Because he's himself like caught unaware, like, why the fuck are there fireworks, more or less. And he thinks bitterly because he's a bit. This says that he's thinking bitterly because he's kind of angry that your father didn't accept his offer. He says, sort of like kind of, oh well, ancient leader, like, you know, whatever, ancient leader. If we're not like to be like if you're not on the side of the deity, then he's kind of gonna bail. Like he's got other things to do. Since they can't like share the same path, I guess is the translation of that. And sort of like that's how things usually go. There's an up and down. Like there's a high price for a low victory. So like the things, you know, the things fluctuate. It goes up and down. Jing something. Jingxian. I don't know what that means. It is the distress signal of the tank commander. The other faction must already be like in trouble, I guess. The other factions must be in danger, and I basically shouldn't be wasting any more time, kind of thing. He sort of makes like a reference on the fact that his name is the Green Dragon. He's like, "Don't worry, ancient leader, the green mountains will not change, the green water will flow long. Like, the water will keep flowing. I hope that you and I will meet again after a period of time." Something like that. And then he just leaves. He's just like pondering that, you know, how things have been changing over the past few years and stuff like that in the martial arts world. Then all of a sudden he starts to feel this unbearable pain. And he's wondering like what's going on, like what's happening to the internal strength of his body. So we're not like told what caused his death, but he died, more or less. So he's just in pain, like making noises of being in pain. Alright, so I'm gonna call it a wrap for this one, because that's all I wanted to cover was the first part of the tutorial, and now there's gonna be character creation, which is, I don't know how long it's gonna take me, because I want to make a really good character. And yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching. If you've enjoyed the content and want to see more, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to see when the next part is coming out. I'm gonna skip this because it's kind of ruining my outro. So yeah. If you have any questions, hit me up on Discord, link will be in the description, or comment on the video and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Other than that, you know, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.